On this week's episode of Grow Up, Level Up, Sunset Selects, I'm giving my big walk update and review, ? Jordan is going to talk a little bit about Duskfade, and you are going to know where to find me in the next couple weeks. Welcome to Grow Up, Level Up, Sunset Selects. Hit the intro. I think the background is still big walk background.
That's okay. It's a good one.
Yeah,
we're talking about it today anyways.
That's true. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Grow Up, Level Up, Sunset Selects, the weekly show where we like to tell you about the games you should be playing in your 5 to 9 after your 8 to 5. Joining you in your ear holes today is, of course, me, myself and I, Samson, a.k.a. Samson XP. And over there, over yonder, just a short big walkover is Sir Dr. JM, a.k.a. Jordan. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm not looking my usual shelf. My beard, facial hair stuff here is grown out. I haven't had a chance to shave it. My mustache is real long. I got my hair up in this thing because I'm doing something I never dreamt I would do before. And that's building a dog run in my backyard.
What?
And I started tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you.
That seems like a lot of work.
I went to my coworker's house to borrow his wheelbarrow just for this. So
nice.
It's it's a whole thing. People know now.
What? So for those unfamiliar, what does building a dog run entail? It's not just a field, right?
No. Like it's a section of my backyard, of course. And for the past year or so, we have trained my dogs to go to the washroom in this one section, right? But because of that, all the grass completely dead, right? Their pee, it's like napalm. It just nukes all the grass.
Yeah.
So because of that, I decided to hell with this grass. It also gets real stinky. It smells like pee a lot. So now I have to dig somewhere in the range of 6 inches down. I have to get rid of all that dirt. I then have to put a landscaping fabric down, nail that in. And then I need to put a layer that is 3 to 4 inches of crushed gravel, and then a layer of what's called pea gravel, PEA, because peas, like the veggie, just the size. That's about 2 to 3 inches deep, and that will allow the pea to filter down and hopefully keep anything else from growing back up. But I also have to frame it. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's not a small task, but I'm gonna get it done before the end of summer. So
yeah. That's a nice end of summer project. A little home renovation kind of.
Yeah.
Wow, we indeed Perry Chew, if you're watching live, just like Perry Chewman is, just like the Friendship Design is, just like Heroic Headgear is. Thank you for coming in. You can be a part of the episode by joining us live on twitch.tv/growuplevelup. But if you can't catch us live, of course, you can always catch the replays over on YouTube at Grow Up Level Up, as well as keep up with the happenings around the globe, around the world at Grow Up Level Up on all the socials, including Instagram, Blue Sky, X. Sometimes I post on LinkedIn too.
I noticed that. I logged into my LinkedIn for the first time in eons yesterday, and I saw that you had posted something.
Well, whenever it's business related, right?
Yeah.
Whenever it's business related. But yes, if you really like us, give us a follow on any of those platforms. If you love us, you can support this show, support our spending habits by going to growuplevelup.com, buying a sweater, a hoodie, Grow Up Level Up branded t-shirt, and supporting our fun little project here, where we like to celebrate the games that are a part of our adult lives, as well as recommend you the games you should be playing in your 5 to 9 after your 9 to 5, because we are all 9 to 5 workers, or I guess 8 to 4, something like that.
I'm 9 to 5. Oh no, I'm 8 to 5. Longer than that even.
Dang. How do you have the time between all your backyard building, you know?
I know.
In a way, you're kind of playing Pokopia in real life, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah. A lot less fun, though. I wish I could have a bunch of Pokemon and just assign them to build my my dog run for me, but yeah.
Oh man,
not quite.
we got everybody chiming in with their office hours, I guess. Heroic headgear 7 to 3:30. We got Perry Chumon 7:30 to 4:30. Interesting. And then we got Friendship Design, who apparently is playing Fortnite with Nate as we listen to listen.
Wow.
Owie, he says.
Talk about a guy who doesn't even work.
A guy who
I'm 24/7, baby.
He's always on the clock, you know.
Yeah.
He's waking up. He's on Twitch grinding. After that, he's probably grinding some more somewhere else.
And then on Dave. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Shout out to sweet Davy James. We're not here to talk about lewd comments, Davy James. We could though. Maybe that's a topic for another day. We're here to talk about a couple things today. This meeting. I'd like to share an update on Big Walk, maybe a score, maybe not a score. You have to keep listening to find out. Talk a little bit about Jordan's Duskfade journey, an indie game that he's been enjoying, and I'll let him share more about that later. And then kind of just like where you can find me, what my antics are going to be over the next couple of weeks, because it's just the way life goes. You know, sometimes you just one day you're working your 8 to 4:30, and then suddenly you're traveling the world, maybe going to the same country twice in 2 months, maybe the same city twice in a month, kind of thing. So, Jordan, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Big Walk.
Please tell me.
Last week, we had arguably one of my favorite episodes. You teamed up with Cozy Bear, aka Alex Cozina, over a fellow Canadian over in the Montreal in Quebec, and as well with Sam Hall from the UK,
from the motherland,
from the British in British Columbia. Joining us for a quick-ish episode of talking about our feelings on Big Walk, that game that came out a couple of weeks ago now. And we also did it within Big Walk to variable success. But I was pretty impressed with how well we were doing puzzles and podcasting at the same time and keeping it cool. So if you haven't watched that yet, go over to youtube.com and look for our Big Walk episode and podcast as well. Since that episode, very much like a couple days later, on a whim, everyone in our like little friend group, the 10-12 people, our schedules aligned, and we're like, okay, let's do another session. Let's get back into it. No spoilers. I really don't want to spoil it, but we did end up rolling credits on Big Walk.
Very nice.
I think at first it was going to be like, let's just play an hour, get some progress going, and then it was 1 a.m. and we were watching the credits, and still our energy was up, and we were having a great time.
Nice.
So I played through the ending of Big Walk, but I don't want to say I played through the entire game of Big Walk, because similar to what our comments were last week, when you play with that big of a group, you really do miss out. I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure I missed out on more than half the game.
Right.
I was there for the end level, which was, I will say, very fun and very cool. Lots of cool surprises. I will leave it at that. But I still haven't played a huge portion of the game. So this is a game that, for me at least, warrants another replay. As for giving it a score, I don't know. If I had to give it a score, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Very high.
I think this is very, very good game.
Right.
Of course, I was very hyped for it a long time, but it's got that. Remember how last week we were saying it's missing a little bit of that Untitled Goose Game silliness, that funniness. What it does have though is that incredible gameplay and mechanics design of Untitled Goose Games, and I think that's why it won Game of the Year from the DICE Awards that year, and why House is as good as what they are, because everything in this game just makes sense. The sense of discovery and learning and all that is 10 out of 10. And it's just a nice balanced experience that I think if I were to do it with 2 to 4 people would take way longer than, of course, how long it took me. Like I said, didn't even play half the game. So just just the amount of like expert craftness in this game is enough to give it a 9 out of 10.
Mhm.
The reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because I haven't played half the game.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So that is why like I don't want to give it that perfect score because
Mhm.
and I'm sure like once I find the time to really grind through it, like my wife wasn't there when she saw the end of the game. She does want to see the end for herself. So we'll just have to find time to slowly grind through it. But man, what a special, cool game because there hasn't been a time since we've done that. Friend of the show, Jerica, I forget where she mentioned it in one of the episodes of Drop In Drop Out, which you should also check out on YouTube and everywhere. But she said that she feels she might be interested in this game because a lot of it is like the Destiny puzzle solving before you get into the big raid fights.
Yeah.
And I 100% see that. Little known game. No, not little known game. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. Anyways, I played some weird MMO with my friend a couple of years ago. And yeah, it's got those like puzzle elements where like in raids, it's like 12 people. Like you're all trying to figure out this puzzle, and some people will take a back seat, and that's fine because too many cooks in the kitchen isn't helpful either. But it totally just has that element without the big boss fight in the end. And I think that's what makes this game like so special to me, at least, is because it is so fun that way. It's just so I'm trying to find the right word. It's just it's like a well-crafted world. It's a well-crafted puzzle, and it's a well-crafted sense of adventure. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Story Motors rating in. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, Story Motors. We got a grab bag of topics today, but I'm just finishing up my thoughts on Big Walk, which even though I haven't played more than half the game, but I beat the game, you'll have to go back and listen to what that means. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. So check out our Big Walk episode from last week. Check out our Big Walk thoughts from this week. And Story Motors, welcome to the show. We're just getting started. So come pull up some seats. Come be a while. Story Motors writing in saying, hey, yo, what is the Story Motors Grow Up, Level Up crossover happening? Let's workshop that. I'd like to find like a cool topic for us
to
talk about. Story growers, grow up, mode up, grower motors.
Yeah, that sounds like something else.
Yeah,
but
message me on Discord, Mr. Hawks.
Yeah,
and whoever is behind the channel right now. A couple chats. Story growers, not story show. Come on.
It was right there.
A couple chats in as I was yapping about Big Walk. Heroic Head here saying, man, I want to get on this soon. Parachu saying, I am so excited to play on Friday. Yes. I'm going to try to be there, Perry and Nate. Whenever you try to play it, it is a huge game. Like huge game. But don't let that intimidate you, because I think some of the magic of the game is just slowly and organically discovering things and calling each experience your own. And this is not really spoilers, but when you play the game enough, I'd love to ask you what you end up calling things.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Hello, Kayla. Welcome in. Thank you for popping in, Kayla. As hey, I really liked. Shout out to @Pallets and Pages. I think your video showed up on my wife's TikTok or Instagram Reels feed about the new
Sarah J. Maas books.
Is that Akatar? Or
Yes.
the Court of Thorn and Roses? Yeah, it was great.
It's the next two in the series, yeah.
I was like, hey, I know that person. Right on. Yeah. Jordan, do you have any other... have you played more Big Walk?
Yeah, so I have a fun story to tell about Big Walk.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't beat it. The funny thing is, you messaged me the same day that I had got back into playing it again. And you said, hey, I'm playing with a big group again. And I said, cool. I just started with my daughter, which is fun. But... then hours later, you said, okay, we beat it. And I was like, holy cow, we are nowhere near beating it. Now I am playing with an 8-year-old. So there's that. It's a lot of, hey, do you want to go over here? And then she gets lost. And then I have to figure out where a puzzle is or how to continue on. But the cool thing that I want to tip everyone off to is that if you listen to our episode last week where we met with Sam Hall and Cozy Bear, and talked about Big Walk, I mentioned I really wanted to play on the couch with my 8-year-old daughter, right? Because, she's 8. She doesn't have a gaming device of her own. And of course, proximity chat and things like that are a little bit harder with someone her age. I got thinking, and I realized that with the highest tier of PlayStation Plus, you can stream PlayStation games to a PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal is, of course, the handheld device that normally only does remote play, unless you have that tier of PlayStation Plus. So, what I did with my daughter, sitting on the couch, I gave her the PlayStation 5 controller. She logs into it under her own account, launches Big Walk. She started a game. So, created a session and everything, set a password, all that stuff. I then upped my PlayStation Plus subscription. And because PlayStation Plus prorates their prices, it only cost me 95 cents because I had 7 days left in the month before my renewal. So it cost me 95 cents to upgrade my subscription for the last 7 days of the month. And then I got access to stream Big Walk from my PlayStation Portal. And because of that, I essentially got a second copy of the game for free. And the two of us were able to play sitting on the couch next to each other. So that was really cool. And if anyone wants to try that, has a PlayStation Portal and a PS5, it's a pretty cool workaround. And you need a pretty stable internet connection because you are obviously playing online on your PS5, but then also streaming to your PlayStation Portal. But I have good internet and it works almost flawlessly. Every now and then I'll get a little bit of network stutter and, my character will lag for a second or two or jump kind of thing, but it works pretty seamlessly. So it's been really cool. Now, again, if you listen to our episode last week, I kind of go into it a little more. Obviously, a big part of Big Walk is the proximity chat. And when you're playing, next to someone on the couch, you don't get that. So you do miss out on some of the experience. But for me, obviously playing the game with a literal child, it's necessary to at the very least have a clear communication line. I can't imagine what it would be like if she wandered off and we'd literally be lost in the forest. And I think it would just result in a lot of frustration from both of us. So the nice thing is PlayStation Portal, I have my own screen. I don't look at the TV. I will sit with my back to it. So I can't see what she's doing or what she's looking at. Now, of course, I can just turn around if I need to. But we do play it basically blind to what the other person's doing. And we just talk to each other. So it's been a lot of fun. It's very, very cool. Perry Chumon in the chat says, I honestly had never heard of a PlayStation Portal until you mentioned you have one. How disappointing is that? Hello and welcome in Milnar BH in the chat there. I saw you come in as well. I also see a few other chats that I'm going to scroll back to. Kayla, you might have said this one. Kayla said, Jericho loved Big Walk and gave it lots of flowers. I want to try. Definitely should, Kayla. And if you're interested in some couch co-op, I mean, you're a grown adult. I know your husband is too. You guys could probably just buy 2 copies of the game. But hey, want to do some couch co-op? Get a PlayStation Portal. Milnar says, didn't know Daniel Russo was going to be on the pod. Yeah, well, sometimes
I'm giving a little bit of Daniel Russo.
Sometimes I gotta pull out the looks, And Mr. Hawk saying that's dope. Heroic Headgear saying that's amazing. It's really cool. Honestly, I kind of blew my own mind when I was just like, I wonder if this will work. Because technically on the PlayStation 5, I'm under her account, but I'm playing my account's copy of Big Walk. So I really thought it was going to confuse the whole system, but the Matrix did not implode on itself. So we're good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have
Don't
your
tell
own
Sony
adult,
this little secret.
Yeah, so nobody tips Sony
secret.
off to this. That's right. Yeah. Sony doctors hate this man's secret. Anyways, so I have actually been playing a lot more Big Walk. I would say we probably play, she's on summer break. We probably play for at least an hour a day. And
nice. Wow.
Some days it's one puzzle and a lot of exploring. Some days we're pounding out 4 puzzles. It's been a lot of fun. We just got to a sort of milestone that I don't really want to spoil, but it involves things that take people up mountains. That's all I'll say. So
that's it.
anyways, it's been a lot of fun, but I'm also enjoying Big Walk. I don't feel anywhere near putting a score on it. My experience is obviously also vastly different from what I think most people are going to have. And vastly different than the experience that is intended. So,
yeah. In a way, I feel like that makes your experience a little more special. Like I feel like you have more authority to
pretty
talk
unique
on this, right? Like we're playing with a kid, playing without the proximity chat. Like, what's that experience like?
Yeah.
PS Portal.
True.
Mr. Hawk says, "Yaks." I don't know. You'll have to play to find out.
That's right.
So, get on Big Walk, everybody.
Get on it. Get walking.
Get walking. I'm going to do a lot of big walking in a couple weeks here, in a couple days here.
Oh, are you?
But before I talk about those big walks, Jordan, I want to hear a little bit about a little game that you and also Chatter in the Chat, Friendship Design, have been playing. Cameron, if you want to chime in with your thoughts as well, feel free, or anybody really in the chat. But Jordan, I want to ask you about a game that you've been looking forward to for a little while called Duskfade.
Yeah. So Duskfade, for those who don't know, actually, if you wouldn't mind, Samson, you want to look up who developed this game? It's like something Beluga.
Opening
Happy
the Steam.
Beluga. I can't quite remember. Shout it out when you got it. But Duskfade is a game by this company, Samson's going to say. And it's definitely, I think it kind of got a lot of people's attention online before it came out for being sort of looking like the combat was pulling from Kingdom Hearts. Which obviously
Weird Beluga.
That's what it was. So it's an indie game by Weird Beluga. Looks style wise a lot like Kingdom Hearts. Combat wise, very similar. The main weapon definitely has notes of a Keyblade and things like the sort of a triple strike combo that looks just like it. But this game really kind of harkens back to a PS2 almost style action adventure platformer. So I think it kind of got a bit of a following online just from that. And then a few months back, they had I think Steam does Next Fest like every 3 months, it seems like. So in one of the Steam Next Fests, in a rare turn of events, I downloaded the demo for it and I actually streamed it. And I think it was about an hour and a half of playtime. And I had enough fun that I said, I'm definitely picking this up when it comes out. Lo and behold, it is here. It is on PS5, Xbox platforms. Not the original Switch, I believe, but definitely the Switch 2. And of course, Steam. So I got it just the other week. I think it came out last week. And so far, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I definitely get the Kingdom Hearts comparisons. You definitely feel it in sort of the main combo, like the main combat, as well as you kind of get some upgrades and things like that along the way that are also very reminiscent to some of the abilities that you get in Kingdom Hearts. But I almost found that, especially early on, when you don't have necessarily a ton of traversal options, the platforming and sort of the navigation, the locomotion, if you will, actually, I think harkens back a lot more to a Jak and Daxter style and Ratchet and Clank, which, I mean, if you've listened to me talk before, I'm a big fan of all three of those franchises, from Kingdom Hearts to Jak to Ratchet. So that is easily my favorite part so far, is just the act of getting around the world and going from one place to another. If I had to say something early on, I would just say that the combat early on does leave something to be desired, but I know it also ramps up a little bit. I'm not too far in. I've been playing far too much Fortnite. So I haven't played as much Duskfade as I wanted to. But yeah, it definitely gets better. You get more abilities. You get sort of finisher moves that, end a combo in a fancy way, or you knock an enemy into the air kind of thing with your final hit and stuff like that, which again harkens back to Kingdom Hearts. But overall, style-wise, presentation, the world, they've done a great job sort of building out this whole lore and ethos of this place that you're in. They've got little NPCs everywhere, and some of them have fun little quests, like not like there's a quest log, but just little things like hide and seek or like collectibles, and like almost little mini stories even with some of the characters, where you'll talk to them at one point, and then if you explore an area, you'll find something that relates to them and you'll go talk to them again, and it furthers sort of their story. So Yeah, overall, I'm kind of enamored with everything about this game right now. I do want to see sort of how it turns out at the end. Is it going to be more of a, I mean, for me personally, just because it speaks a lot to my taste, it's probably going to land at like at least an 8 out of 10 if I were scoring it. But like, I want to see, does it have that sort of secret sauce that, steps it up to a 9, even a 10 if it's, really that good and that kind of thing. Again, I'm still early. Some of the things I look at, I do think you can tell this is an indie team, not a AAA team. Just in like menus, even in like some places like font choices or like the text, I'm like, yeah, this could use a little more zhuzh. But overall, very impressed with what they've done, and the combat gameplay and style is just out of this world, and it's very cool. So I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's definitely a game that's also piqued my interest as well. But I want to say I don't have affinity to things like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter. Of course, I love Kingdom Hearts, but to say I'm a bigger Kingdom Hearts fan than you is just straight up lying, right?
Well, you don't have to be.
Yeah, it interests me, but from what I've watched from the trailers and a little bit of the French Dip Designs stream, where he says, "I am loving it, by the way, so far." The worlds seem very similar. Am I wrong for that? Like, do you jump world to world, get different environments? Or
the interesting thing, and this is something I specifically stayed away from because I haven't played as much of it as I have seen on stream. Shout out French Dip Design again, as usual. But one of the things that I'm waiting to see is when I play through some of these worlds, do they feel a little more distinct than they look? Because right now, I do, I'm doing my best not to spoil the entire game by just straight up watching other people stream this. But what I have sort of picked up on is the fact that there are different biomes. So, you'll go into whatever, a volcano area or a lava area.
Okay.
And then like an island area, which is, full of water and tropical kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And so there are different areas that have sort of a distinct look to them. But because I think the game has such a sort of fantastical, sparkly, bright and vibrant design to it, I have found myself thinking a lot of this looks pretty samey to it, the part that we were just in kind of thing. So I'm hoping when I play through it myself, I don't find that as much. I'm hoping playing through it feels a little more different. But again, that also kind of comes back to me, to a part of the indie versus, AAA, right? Do they have the budget to really make these areas feel distinct? Maybe that was a choice. Maybe they didn't have the budget, the time, the resources, whatever. Hopefully in a sequel, which, I mean, I gotta assume they're going to make a sequel to this game, just purely based on the reception I've seen online.
Yeah.
But will they be able to further that and kind of really make these places feel a little more distinct? Again, the comparison to Kingdom Hearts is easy, and guess what? Kingdom Hearts has a lot of distinct environments because they just straight up take those IPs from Disney. I was
right? Gonna say,
but
they don't
at
have
the same
budget
time,
to pull in Winnie the Pooh. Like, come on.
But at the same time, in Kingdom Hearts, some of the best worlds, in my opinion, are the original worlds for Kingdom Hearts. Right? Twilight Town, Traverse Town. The world that never was, End of the World. These places are very distinctly Kingdom Hearts, but very distinct to from one another, right? So again, I do hope that they can do something like that. But yeah, is it the power of the IP? Who knows? Or is it just the size of the team? So, anyways,
cool. So, but you would recommend it to
absolutely.
Most folks who are interested.
Absolutely, and I would definitely say you might find the combat a little basic in the beginning. That's sort of my only early criticism is like, get through it, get a couple abilities. It does start to sort of broaden in a lot of ways. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Love that. Perry in the chat saying, I think the game is very cute and very pretty, but I think I'd rather just watch people play, rather than play myself. It's okay. Perry is very busy, but I feel like there's a lot of things. Let me live, she says. Yeah, a lot of games. Like as I age, I'm like, oh, I really want to play it, and I feel like watching it is the only way I'll get to enjoy it. But also, I don't know. Sometimes I'll watch the French Dip play or play, and I'll be like, I think I had kind of just as fun interacting and commenting on things and making silly jokes along the way, you know? So,
I mean, to me, there is something to be said about that experience, because like I tend to, you know, if I don't have any interest in a game, I'm totally fine watching all of it and feeling, you know, obviously I didn't play it, but feeling like I got something out of the experience. I would never play, you know, Resident Evil 9, but I watched the entire game streamed, right? But on the flip side of that, I do think I might go back and play Pragmata one of these days. So what did I do? I didn't watch a lot of that game streamed because I still want to experience, you know, the twists and turns on my own kind of thing. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with experiencing it through your eyes only and not your hands.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Well, love that. Now we move on to our third topic of the show, which I'll be honest, I'm having trouble figuring out how to structure this, okay? Because part of it was that originally it was like, where's Samson going to be? And also, what the heck is Samson going to do with all these card games? As the date came to now, like as we were doing our business meetings, Jordan, as we do on Discord, our
weekly strategy meetings.
Yeah, weekly content meetings. Yeah. I was like, I don't think I'm ready to talk about where I'm at with card games because it's still evolving. So I'm gonna shelve that conversation. Basically, for all the folks watching, I am at a crossroads on where I want to take my personal channel, as well as like what my current game interests are. So a lot of that does revolve around trading cards and trading card games. And I'm jumping a little bit ahead here, but I'll be attending like 2 card related events coming up. Anyways, maybe a conversation for when I have the time after all these travels to commit to something else. So I'll shelve that conversation for now. I will talk about though what the heck I'm going to be in the next 4 or 5 weeks, maybe.
Is it really that long?
Let me count.
I guess it is a little
1, 2, like 3. Well, 5 if you count like the 2 weeks off. So anyways,
true.
Kick back, everybody. Get ready.
That's right.
Get ready. Oh, Heroic Headgear chimes in and says, "Lean into what interests you the most." They all interest me. It's like about time and money as well. Great. But we'll talk about that soon. I just like looking at cards and playing in person, which brings me to
cardboard.
I just like shiny cardboard and light gambling, you know. I'll go into my first, where I'm going to be next week. So next week's Grow Up Level Up will be a Jordan solo adventure. What's he going to do? I don't know. Jordan, what are you going to do?
I'm not prepared to reveal that yet.
Okay. Stay subscribed to Grow Up Level Up on all your socials and follow us to know when that will happen. Join our Discord as well. I always forget to shout that out. Mjolnir with a 3-stream streak with the Torque and Turtle. Thank you, Mjolnir.
Torque and Turtle.
Next week, I'm going to be in San Francisco for just some vacation leading into Pokemon XP and Pokemon Worlds, which is the Pokemon World Championships coinciding or happening in San Francisco, California. I'll be there earlier in the week, just do some vacation stuff, some sightseeing. I haven't been to San Francisco since like I was 16, 15. I've been there before, yeah.
Very cool.
And then that weekend is Pokemon Worlds. I'm just going as a spectator, as a fan, but we got our passes sorted out. We got surprise this morning. We got an email saying, hey, you can upgrade your ticket to an arena ticket for Sunday. So I'm going to be in the arena, in the Chase Center, watching the grand finals of Pokemon Unite,
Whoa.
Pokemon Go,
Cool.
Pokemon TCG, and Pokemon VGC. So
VGC.
lots going on. I'll be there. VGC video game, like the big one.
The big one.
Did you know they make Pokemon video games?
No, but like
where they battle Pokemon
okay,
Champions.
what are they? Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't it Pokemon Champions? But
but I think it's officially called like Video Game Championship. Like TCG trading. Well, I guess that's trading card game. VGC
trading card
video
game pocket.
Something.
Do they do TCG Live and TCG Pocket?
I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I'll come back to that. I'm just going to shout out a couple of things in the chat. Friendship Design says, so jealous of you, Samson. You know what? Come on down, Cameron. Come on down.
Yeah, just make a trip.
Just sneak away. Let's do an IRL stream. How about that? Real quick here says, man, I love SF. Hey, you got any recommendations? Like our we have plans, but like nothing solid. And then Perry says, like on Nintendo, you know? Yeah, I'll be going to the Nintendo store too. It's not too far from our hotel. So at the big event, right? That weekend, how it works is like, this is the Worlds event. If you qualified for Worlds, it means in your region, you are like the top, I think in North America is like top 200 players in your division. We're adults. We're over 18. So we're in the Masters decision. It goes like 6 to 12 is juniors, 12 to 18 is seniors, and then everything 18 above is Masters, right? Seniors. You could be 99 and be playing in Masters against an 18-year-old. So the top 200 from each region, I think some regions are like 100 and stuff, depending on how big it is. North America, it's 200. They will start on Friday playing rounds and against the best in the world. Like everybody else that's there also qualified for Worlds. Then it will eventually lead into like a top cut into the final two, which they will then go to the Chase Center, which is where the Golden State Warriors play, where Steph Curry plays. This is the first time they're doing this, by the way. And then they will play on stage in front of the whole stadium. Like this is esports, right? Yeah. So Sunday's going to be an interesting day because it's going to be like, I hope, an arena filled with people watching everyone play. I'm sure the production's going to be so cool. Yeah. So that's like the weekend for the competitors. For everybody else, this is also the first time they're doing this. They're doing something called Pokemon XP, which is more of I think they're doing it because it is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. It's more of like an expo, a convention. There's activities to do. There's like people to meet, celebrities to meet, signings, viewings, a Pokemon Center to shop at. So we're going to be doing that part. There's like a pin rally that we want to do, like to find like scavenger hunt style. Yeah. And then there's also side events. So side events are like, you pay a ticket to go in. You can play the video game. You can play the trading card game, Pokemon Go, or even Pokemon Pocket to earn. And depending on how well you win or whatever, you get prize tickets, and you use those prize tickets to go to the prize wall, and you can redeem for stuff like booster packs, plushies, merch, or like some super rare stuff. But takes a little bit of grinding. But hey, if you're going to be there to play with people anyways, like it's a pretty cool experience. Yeah. So that's what I like about regionals and all that. Yeah. So after that, Pokemon XP. Also, I forgot to mention at the top, I'm going to try to vlog as much of it as I can. So make sure you stay on Grow Up, Level Up, and maybe even my personal YouTube channel to see when that vlog goes up if you want to live vicariously through my experience. So it'll be fun. I'll try to get that up as soon as possible, but of course, between traveling and all that, might get tricky, but I'll try my best. After that, I'm going to like LA to see BTS, the Korean guys.
I didn't know that.
That's also a funny story. I think like my mom is a BTS fan. Okay. And then I asked, hey, do you want to go see them in LA or Toronto? Yeah. And she's like, I already saw them twice. You know, it's whatever. That was my COVID obsession. Right. And then I think my cousin bought tickets for her family and my mom and dad. And then
Oh my God.
and then I'm like, we're going to be in San Francisco. We're going to be so close nearby.
Mm-hmm.
What's like a short trip down to LA?
Nice.
So we're going to join some family in LA. So
that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's so cool. Is that your first BTS concert?
It's my first BTS concert. My first Korean boy band concert, you could say. Yeah.
Very
I think
cool.
I've seen many Korean boy bands. I think about it.
My old boss is crazy about BTS.
Really?
She's seen them like 6 times. One time in the same tour, back-to-back nights.
Whoa.
Yeah. She's absolutely insane. But
she's real army. She's real army.
She is.
Perry saying, "Tell RM I love him." I'll have to look up a photo on who it is because I completely forgot who any of them are, and that's on me. That's on me. Jimin. Is there a guy named Seven?
No, I used to know 2 of them, but
V. There's a guy named V.
Big fan.
I'm just there to go see SoFi Stadium, to be honestly. Like, I always want to go visit that stadium.
Look at that architecture.
It's like, wow, look at that. It's like,
cool roofs.
Brand new, eh? That's a cool looking screen right there. So after that, same week, after I come back from seeing BTS, I'm going back to the States on that Saturday. So the Saturday after Pokemon Worlds to go do a 1-day quick trip to Penny Arcade Expo West, aka PAX, to hang out with whoever's there. I guess honestly, I'm just going for the vibes. I'm expecting to see friend of the show Gianni DeCrosta there.
I was going to ask if you're going to see
Eric. I mean, we're going to try. We're going to try to make it happen. Yeah. There's a Eric, Mr. The Human Plays is going to be there. And I think the Portland Kevin is also the Kind of Funny best friend is organizing a meetup. So I'm going to try to make it out to there too. Meet some Kind of Funny best friends. See who makes it out.
Very cool.
Mr. Hawk says, I went to WrestleMania at SoFi Stadium. Was it good? That also seems pretty fun. Dang it. WrestleMania. That's on my bucket list. I'll make it out there one day. But I gotta figure out one day to show things. So, PAX. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to go down early. I'm not going to stay the night. I'm just going to do the whole drive down to Seattle, drive home the same night, arrive home at like 1 or 2 a.m. kind of thing. I know that there's a Pokemon trivia at like 9 p.m. that I think me and Eric, Mr. The Human Plays, are going to try to do.
Oh, nice.
So, and it's happening at PAX. So we'll figure that out. I'm sure we'll let you know how that goes. I think that would be kind of fun.
I like that everyone refers to him as Eric, Mr. The Human Plays.
That's how he writes it out. I think it rolls off the tongue.
Eric,
Can't just call him Eric. Can't call him Mr. The Human Plays. Yeah. Eric, Mr. The Human Plays rolls off the tongue.
That's very cool.
A little too well, if I will say.
Yeah.
So that is in the span of 2 weeks. Honestly, it's like a Monday to the Saturday after. And then I get 2 weeks off. Well, 2 weeks back to reality, I guess. In September, after Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I don't really know. It's like the day off before school starts in America. So Americans in the chat, which I think is everybody. So Jordan, we kind of recently found out today that Americans start school in like July or August or something. Crazy. August. So what do you do for Labor Day? You just take the extra day off?
I would assume it's just like the first long weekend
of the
year. School year. But for us, school doesn't start usually until after the Labor Day long weekend, which I don't even know what the long weekend is called for us.
It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day.
Is it still Labor Day up here?
Yeah.
Is it Labor Day for them?
It's Labor Day for both of us. For whatever reason. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's Blaster Goblin coming in saying people in my town started today.
Yeah. I've been watching like all my feeds, and like a few people started last week, but like most of them I think were yesterday or today. It's often like a Tuesday instead of a Monday for like elementary schools, which is weird.
Sure. I mean, the teachers can come in on Monday and get the last
get their room set up and everything. But we won't go back until September 3rd, I think, is the first day for our
after
schools.
that, I think it is it should be after. It should be September 8th.
Sorry. No, September 2nd is ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check when mine is. I am childless, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure I can figure it out. Boss's kid started yesterday. So I also learned this growing up. So I have American cousins. But like so like we talk about when school started. Like a lot of times we go down for the summer, they come up for the summer. And then as we got older, we're like, oh, what time do you start school? In Canada, it's common to start around like 8 to 9. In America, they told me they start at like 7 a.m.
And is that true? Chat confirm.
Is that true, chat?
Fact check.
True,
chat? Blaster Goblin says, what the hell?
Yeah, like I'm like, yeah, 9's a normal time to start school. And then you like go to school until like 3, and then I go home. High school started at 9 a.m. Interesting. Like I do know like band sometimes mess with that. Sometimes you want to do band like before the school starts or whatever. Elementary school started at 7 a.m. Damn.
See,
they're working you guys hard.
It's funny that Perry says that. It says elementary school started at 7 a.m. Because for me, elementary school started shortly after 9. I think when I started elementary school, it was 9 o'clock. But then once I got halfway through elementary school, they delayed it to like 9:05 or some stupid thing like that. But that was elementary school. But then junior high was the one that started early. And it started, I think, at 8. But the reason was because the city didn't have enough school buses to like support the education system. So they basically had to stagger the school buses. So they did all the junior high kids first, and then all the junior high kid school bus drivers would then go do the elementary schools and go pick up those kids and take them to school.
Yeah.
And then high school was back to, high school you semi-used city buses and stuff. So anyways, yeah.
Interesting. See, pretty consistently it was like 9 a.m. for elementary. Then it got a little earlier in middle school or junior high school at like 8:30 or like 7:30 if you were in band. And then in the in high school, it was like, I think everyone, you had different blocks, and depending on what classes you took, that was when your day started.
Same with us. Yeah, in high school.
Yeah. Near the end, did you get like, oh, I only need like one class this semester to graduate, and I had one class for one semester.
There was always some nerd who did that, who stacked their schedule so that in grade 12 they had one class that final semester or something. I never did that.
Summer school was worth it. Yeah,
I did go to my counselors at one point and fake some doctor's appointments so that they would move one of my classes, move me into a different 30 level English class, just so that my spare would be at the same time as all my friends, because I had FOMO. I was tired of them all getting to hang out without me. So then like 2 weeks in, I was like, this is bullshit. So I went to guidance and was like, I got a bunch of doctor's appointments coming up. Like, is there any way I can switch into the other LA class? Because then I'll be able to not miss school, but make those. And they were like, oh yeah, for sure, we'll do it. And they did it. So
wow, nice, nice. Allegedly, you allegedly did that.
Allegedly, I did that.
Allegedly forged some.
Don't come after me, John G. Diefenbaker.
Plastic Collins says mine was 7 all the way through, and that was a year ago. Can't remember.
Oh, right, because he's 19.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, I forget what happened last year as well. So
where's Dirk? We need to ask Dirk what his school starts at. Blaster Goblin, can you call Dirk?
I missed this inside joke, and I'm just not going to ask.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyways, 2 weeks after PAX, I'm going back to Los Angeles. So I'm like in LA in the beginning of September. Then I come back to Canada. Then I go back to the States for one day. Then come back to Canada
for one day. That's crazy.
Go back to it's the living near the border.
I know.
And then on September 5th to the 27th, one weekend, I'll be in Los Angeles for the Los Angeles regional qualifiers for Riftbound. If you were an avid follower of Grow Up, Level Up, then you will know that back in May, I participated in the Vancouver Riftbound regionals, had a great time. And the only reason I went to that is because I went to the Pokemon regionals in February. And then since then, Riftbound, like, I don't know if you guys know, Riftbound's kind of blowing up right now.
I'm not surprised because it was new when you went. Like, it hadn't been out for that long, right?
It was relatively new when I went. The game came out officially October last year. So by the time I went in May, It would have been about
like
half
6
a
months,
year.
maybe. Yeah, it's
6
not
months.
long.
And now it's been whatever the math is, another 4 months from that.
Almost a year. Coming up on a year, we'll say.
Coming up on a year. Yeah. 10 months out. Like, this game has honestly surprised me at how consistent it's keeping up with tempo and interest, and more people are latching onto it. Right? I have three friends just in the past week mentioned that they are thinking of getting into Riftbound, and not just like collecting the cards, but playing the game, attending regionals. Shout out to you guys should all follow twitch.tv/Linosaurus. Maybe I'll post it in there in the chat. She was doing some content creation stuff and took a little break, but she announced that she is looking forward to getting into Riftbound. Let me try to find let me post that announcement in the chat here. And then I have like two other friends who have played League of Legends in the past, but then are now like getting into playing Riftbound and going to locals, meeting people, building decks. And I'm like, hell yeah. Like this game is surprising me at how well it's staying around. And I'm not a League of Legends person, right? Like I tell people I came into this game not knowing any character except for Teemo. Like and now I'm like, okay, now I know some of the League of Legends characters. So I'm like surprised at how well this game is sticking. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go down to LA and just like meet more people and just play more Riftbound. How I'm going to balance that with Pokemon, that'll be for that trading card episode in the future. But yeah, I was jumping ahead. Diana DeMarco, who is very active on X. She's the like influencer manager for Riot, for the Riftbound Riot team. She put out a survey asking, hey, any content creators, we're working on our creator passes for RQLA. If you're interested, sign up. So it wasn't that long of a form. So I did it. I submitted the vlog I did for Vancouver Regionals, and I guess they liked it enough that they invited me back and gave me a pass. Very nice. So I'm excited to do it again. I'm excited to vlog, meet people, maybe do like and vlogging itself is something that I'm still kind of learning and trying to get good at, trying to find a good balance between like telling a story, getting footage, actually enjoying the editing and all that. So I'm excited to do that again at RQLA. I'm not competing in the main event, but I am just going to be mingling, socializing, shopping, and just enjoying the space. I haven't been to the LA Convention Center before. I've been to regionals now a couple times, but I think this is the big one, right? Because it's I think it's the last one before their first anniversary of Riftbound. I think it's the last one before October or whatever. As well, they timed this purposely. It is where Riot is based in Los Angeles. Yeah. So I think this one will be a little more, well, I'm hoping it'll be a little more grand than the other regionals, which are like competitions first and then kind of fan and side events second.
Yeah, hopefully more of a celebration kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Shout out to Diana from the Riot team for the invite. Shout out to Riot. Not sponsored, but also, what is it? Hashtag like free pass from Riot, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
They haven't told me to use any hashtags. Oh, actually, no, I think they did. But yes, tickets from Riot, whatever. Yeah. They invited me in. That's all. Yeah. And that's where I'm going to be.
Super cool. Yeah.
Busy couple weeks. And then after that, we'll come back to whatever's going on in the game system. Dude, I gotta play Wolverine between that. That might be my like 2 week break. I just gotta bang out Wolverine in 2 weeks.
Bang out Wolverine. That's right.
I'm excited for that one too. It is Vancouver in the game, so
that's right.
Yeah. Did I mention this? That concept artist for Wolverine. Well, I'm sure this is not NDA'd, right? But it is my friend's colleague. I'll say that.
You mentioned that to me. I think you might have mentioned it when we talked about Wolverine in the past, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited for it. Heroic Headgear, you as well. So, really excited for that. So, side note, I'm also playing against this in my head. This is kind of like a Samson therapy planning session, I guess now. I might start streaming again on my personal channel, Jordan.
Yeah.
I think the only way I'll finish a game like Wolverine in a timely manner is if I commit like a whole week of streaming it every night, a couple hours. I don't think it's that long of a game, right?
We don't know.
I don't know. So look forward to that. Nothing official yet, but I'm thinking, when's the game out? September 15th. And is that a Tuesday? Yes. So that kind of works out because that I'll be back and I'll have a week and a bit. I'm thinking that day I'll stream on my personal channel every night until I beat the game. And then after that, I'll leave for Rift Van RQ. So, So I'm excited for Wolverine. I also think Wolverine's one of my favorite superheroes now that I think about it, because he's always been there, Hugh Jackman. And also he's Canadian. And also I really like the movie Logan.
Logan, Logan's easily top tier. I mean, is it MCU? Is it not MCU? But top tier superhero film, that's for sure. I think we talked about Wolverine a little bit last week, and I think I pretty much said that. Yeah, like I feel like everyone our generation grew up with Spider-Man, Batman, and the X-Men, right? They all had hit animated shows at the time. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Wolverine. Although those previews that came out last week,
I know,
tempered my expectations, but I still, again, Insomniac doesn't let me down, right? So I do gotta, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for sure, and I'm gonna beat it, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. But
I'm excited. Maybe we'll time a Wolverine review cast right before then. Yeah. Hell yeah. French Tip chimes in saying that he's got to go to bed. Do whatever you want, Cameron. Go watch Lanterns. I kind of want to
get the hell out of here. He's such an old guy. That guy.
You can watch Lanterns in bed, can't you? Come
on. You can watch us in bed.
Hey,
take that how you want.
Hey. The actual comment I want to chime in was that it's Insomniac. It won't be less than an 8.
It's true. That's the thing. Insomniac, other than Fuse, Insomniac doesn't miss. And I never played any of those VR games, but anyways.
They did VR games?
Yeah. So before they got bought by Sony, when in that weird phase where they were independent, because originally they weren't owned by Sony, but Sony funded all their games, owned the IPs and such like that. Then they broke off and did their own thing, but continued.
Overdrive.
Even before Sunset Overdrive, they released Fuse with EA, right? And Fuse is their only air quotes bad game, and I think it was just mediocre. I never really played it, but I think it got like 6s, that kind of thing. Anyways, they released Fuse with EA, and then they continued to like partner with Sony here and there on Ratchet and Clank, but they were still independent, and that's how they made Sunset Overdrive with Xbox. And then fast forward a few years later, and then Sony buys them, and then Spider-Man comes out, and et cetera, et cetera. So in that weird phase where they were partnering with other companies, though, they did a lot of VR games. They put out like 4 or 5 different VR games. And
interesting.
I don't know. I never heard too much about them, but I heard a few of them were decent at least. So,
well, VR maybe a dead medium.
Very potential, very likely. But
although I don't know if it's just me, but on Reels or TikTok or something, I saw like new indie VR games ads, and I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Interesting.
Sure. Blastigrom says, who's vacuuming? I don't know. I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
It's crazy, Blaster.
Weird.
Blaster Goblin, And then Heroic Headgear says, I watch Jorn in bed most nights, and he doesn't even know it. Maybe he does.
Maybe I do. You never know.
Well, that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Grow Up, Level Up, Sunset Sucks. Go play Big Walk. Go play Duskfade. Go find me in either San Francisco or Los Angeles or Seattle or here in my home in Vancouver. Honestly, you guys should come to Vancouver, man. Like, come on, it's good. It's good. And Edmonton.
If everybody did a trip to Vancouver, I would do my darndest to also make a trip to Vancouver. I will say that much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will say though, like we joke about doing the FDS Disney trip. FDS Vancouver trip, kind of fun too. Have you guys ever storm watched on an island? Because we do that. We do that sometimes. Other than that, yeah, I don't know what Vancouver has to offer to you guys. You better like nature. You could go on a Canadian FDS trip. Hey, start in Vancouver, drive to Edmonton.
That's a long drive.
And then play at the mall. That's pretty much like Disneyland.
Play at the mall.
Play at the West Ed Mall. Yeah, I do want to go back there one day. Mr. Hawk says, I'll come up for an RSL Whitecaps match. Hey, save the Caps. I didn't mean to do this. I forgot. SaveTheCaps.com. Mr. Hawks, please sign it. Shout out to Lucas. He asked me to shout that on the show, and I always forget. So SaveTheCaps.com. I did it. Lucas, this one's for you.
Yeah, the Whitecaps announced that they're basically for sale. They're looking for a new home, but there's a chance they could stay, but
yeah, but then they might have to sell the BC Place. Right now it belongs to the government, which is cool. It's like more neutral and it becomes a corporation. It gets worse. Yeah.
It's true.
So it's tricky local politics. But let us know what you are playing in the chat below if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for all our chatters. Thank you for the raid today on Twitch. Tonba Story Motors podcast, Mr. Hawks, of course. Shout out to all our chatters. Heroic Headgear, French Design, Perry Truman, Blaster Goblin, Mjolnir. Did I miss anybody?
Well, Dodie just got here.
Dodie, welcome. And Dodie as well, coming in at the last second. I think that is everybody. Mr. Hawks, again, thank you so much for the raid. And hey, if you like what you heard, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Grow Up Level Up on all the socials. Make sure to follow me at Samson XP on all the socials as well. Jordan, where can people find you?
People can find me all over the internet at Sir Dr. JM. That's Sir DRJM. I usually shout out twitch.tv/Sir Dr. JM. I'm not streaming too much lately. And as you know, I now have a project that's going to be taking me into the evenings for a little bit here. I'm kind of hopeful once September rolls around, I can get back to streaming on a semi-regular schedule. But
what if you IRL streamed your project?
I don't know how much interesting that would be. It'd be a lot of me swearing and looking confused, I'm sure. But
yeah. Hey, I'll save it for the post show. I have a funny story to tell in the post.
Okay.
About live streaming. Which, hey, if you're catching this far and you want to know what I'm talking about, you got to be on twitch.tv/growuplevelup to catch these surprise post shows that we do with our chatters here. Until next time, thank you so much for joining. Make sure that you stay subscribed because next week we're going to talk about Jordan's mystery topic. Don't want to miss that. Jordan, what are your wise words to close this out today?
You haven't thrown to me for wise words in a while. Holy God.
I did last week. Oh, no, you weren't here last week.
Shit, I can't reach any of my magazines there. I was gonna pull out a fun old magazine and pull out an ad or something. My wise words for today are goodbye, Canada.